Hey guys, how you going? This is part 2 of my video. I've had a lot of problems with my webcam today, so it cut off after 4 minutes of me talking, so I'm just going to do a part 2 in this video and not try and start it again. So, in following on from what I was saying in my last video, I think, yeah, the two main factors of why there's more people coming out being trans in Australia is one, society changing over time, as I spoke about, and two, as what I was starting to talk about, is a general sense of awareness and resources, including the internet, radio, television, things like that. People are able to connect more with other people in different areas of the world, and those resources can be used as younger people can access them quite easily and can, yeah, find YouTube videos such as the ones that we put up where they can see whether they can relate to other trans guys or trans women, and they can search in Google for support services, therapists, things like that, articles, movies. Like, there's a whole heap of resources now with the internet, especially, I think, that is available for younger people to be able to educate themselves and get a bit more awareness themselves. So I think that, yeah, with those resources has definitely enabled people to be more open about being trans, as they're able to find out more about what it is themselves and find other people that they can relate to that can help them realise that they're not the only one and this is something that's real and happens to a lot of people. The second part of the question was, do you think this is good, or do you think there's potential for problems by allowing a child to transition at a young age? I think that there is pros and cons to this, but there's a lot more pros than cons in my opinion. If a person goes through therapy and they have felt quite strongly that that's their gender from a young age, I think it's really important that that is that is an option for kids to be able to transition younger, including with hormone blockers. Some of this stuff I think I've already spoken about in the last video, in the last few weeks. It's a bit repetitive, but you know, like, if a child is able to transition earlier, things like their psychological distress will not be as bad, hopefully, as what it can be with a lot of adults. So rates of depression, rates of suicide attempts, so hospitalizations and things like that could be reduced if a person's able to transition at a younger age and actually start to be who they are. So yeah, I think that there's a huge amount of benefits to being able to transition early. The cons on the other side of that, I think that, you know, that there could be a mistake. Maybe the child may think that that's what they want to do, and then realise later that that's not really who they are. Or perhaps they might realise that they are genderqueer when they're older, and we're just getting muddled up between only black and white, male and female gender roles. So, but look, I think, you know, as long as they have therapy and are feeling that same way for a number of years, and, you know, and in saying that, I think that they have a right to be able to get some help for that and start a transition. But it just depends on the kid, it depends on the family and the situation. But anyway, guys, I really hope that this one works, because I'm really getting sick of trying to upload the same thing. So yeah, I hope you guys are well, and I'll catch you next week. See ya.